Good morning from Tucson, and I thought I'd do another update to show everybody what we've been doing the last week or so since we painted the front part of the truck. As you can see, the cab has been sanded. What we're doing is getting rid of orange peel and dust and so forth like that, all the kind of foreign objects in the paint. And so Mike, the painter, has sanded the cab with 1500 grit and 2000 grit in preparation for the buffing with the compounds and so forth, which he'll be doing on Monday. We need to let the paint settle and dry enough. It's been kind of cool lately. But so in the meantime, I've been painting on the underside of the cab, getting it ready for when we put it onto the chassis, and using this product here called POR 15. And it's not so much as we're trying to get rid of rust or anything, because there is none. It's just for a protection for a future. But as you can see underneath here, get underneath, you can see where I have not painted and where I have painted with this stuff, and just using an 1.5-inch brush to get into all the little nooks and crannies. And it ends up looking really nice, and it's going to match the same color as I put on the chassis. So when the truck is up on a lift, it'll blend in really nice. And so I was under it for a couple of hours yesterday and ended up actually getting kind of sick, kind of like motion sickness. But anyway, so I'll finish it up today. In the meantime, today I picked up the seats. They were just reupholstered by the local upholsterer company here, business here on the airfield, and they're going to look really, really nice on here. They ended up doing a little bit more work than anticipated, and had to put some more foam and so forth in there, but they're going to look really nice inside the truck when we get it all done. So onward, the bed has all been sanded and painted and color corrected and so forth. But as you can see, the wheels we got back from the powder coater. I'll show you the opposite side here on the passenger side, and they really match the color of the vehicle really well, of the paint job. And so once we get the hubcaps on it and the beauty rings, and they're going to look great. So next week we're up for getting some tires put on. That way I can roll the chassis around and get that ready for the cab. But you can see the hood here has also been sanded with 1500 and 2000. We did not do the center trim piece because we would risk actually going through the clear coat. All it takes is one little swipe with in the wrong place, and then you messed it all up. But anyway, so moving forward. And so the other thing that I'm doing today, once I'm done with underneath the cab, is all these pieces. This is the floor pan piece that so you can access the transmission when it's on the cab, but through the cab, excuse me. So I'm going to paint the bottom side of this with similar product by POR 15, but it's called Top Coat, and it does the same sort of protection that the regular POR 15 does, but just makes it easier because it's spray. So managed to get the lettering on the grill, as you can see here. This is vinyl lettering, all into the little areas that were kind of indented for them, and then so that's a vinyl on there. But it ended up being so cold as of lately that I had to use a heat gun to prepare the lettering and to prepare the grill. Just some little bit extra heat to help kind of with the flexibility of them. But then I'll show you one more that we've done. As we walk by the engine, you can take a look there as we're ready. But so as we move forward here, and I also managed to get the lettering on the tailgate. Looks better than factory, I would say. And this is also vinyl lettering that is specifically cut to fit the raised metal on the tailgate. And so, and the same story with this one. I ended up having to heat it up just a touch, just to make it a little bit more flexible, so I could fit it into position a little bit better. So that's it for now for this week. Next week we got a big week coming up. tires on the chassis, and then the cab. I should be able to lower that on the front of the chassis up here, and then I can start wiring. So we're out. Everybody have a great weekend. Bye.